Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel King Gulia. My name is King. If you're new in the channel, please subscribe if you have not subscribed. Like I promised you guys, I wanted to make a video outside of Moscow to show what life is like outside of Moscow. You know, I've seen so many YouTubers, I've seen so many people making videos about Russia, and they all focus in Moscow. They all focus on life in Moscow, like inside like the round big map of Moscow. So I'm like in Butovo today with my friend Sergi. Today he's going to show me around. I've lived here before, so I kind of know too. So like we're going to kind of explore this place together and just show you guys what it's like to be outside or from the shores of Moscow. So it makes sense to hear from Sergi because he's the best person to tell me about this place and life in Butovo, because he's been here for a very long time, and 15 years is not a joke. So 15 years you should be able to have had enough experience to, like, you know, share most of the things that people that only visit here will not be able to share. So we're gonna drive around now in his car and move around and let him show me the other places I don't know about. Sergi, how long have you been living here?
I'm not sure. Like 15 years.
Yeah, 15 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this district. For me, it's very comfortable. We have everything in the close proximity here.
Yeah.
So it's kind of calm. Much noise. It's very good from ecological point of view. Air is very fresh. You know, the winds always bringing fresh air into this area.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
It's not too expensive. It's
Yeah.
not too cheap. The crime level is pretty low here. Like, you know, like there are some other parts of Moscow where the crime may be higher.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here is pretty good. So it's affordable. This place is affordable to live in.
Well, if you say affordable, what do you mean? Like, is the prices of products or foodstuffs here different from inside, like Moscow?
I mean, probably the price is cheaper here.
Yeah.
Because it's my understanding the more you go to the center of Moscow, the more expensive it gets. Not for everything, of course. For the nets, it's probably the same. But maybe it's some impression.
Okay.
Overall.
Makes sense.
Also, if you want to rent apartments here,
Yeah.
it's much cheaper than in the center.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, that's the so that's the Quadrat Mall where they sell food stuff. Very cool. And that's literally a residential area just beside it, so it makes total sense. Most people that live here kind of just come here to buy whatever they need for occasions and things like that. In this 15 years that you've lived here, what do you think about the foreigners that has been living in this area? Has there been like an influx of foreigners? Like, did a lot of foreigners move here in 15 years that you've lived here, or before you started living here?
Well,
sorry, give me a second. Let me kind of. No, you can talk. You can talk.
Well, I don't think we have a lot of foreigners in this area.
Yeah.
We have some, like, obviously looking foreigners from Africa, I guess.
Yeah.
And they mostly live a little bit
further away, maybe.
far away, yeah, from this district.
Okay.
Some of them live in here.
Okay.
Some of them further away because it's even more cheaper. The further you go, the cheaper it gets.
Yeah.
So I think like students or the guys who used to be students and they decided to continue living in Russia. So
Makes sense.
And like if we're thinking about immigrants,
Yeah.
like you know, like workers, immigrants, not too much in this area.
Why though?
I'm not sure. There are some areas which are crowded with immigrants.
Okay.
In this area, so this district is very small, actually, and very compact, and maybe it's just not too much room, because if you go further to the South Butovo,
this is
North Butovo. If you go to the South Butovo, I think there are a lot of them.
Okay, makes sense. So like they have like South Butovo, North Butovo, East Butovo, yeah, too, they have, yeah?
Yes, now yeah.
Now, yeah, they have. So like, if you go to where? South Butovo, yeah? This is where we are now. This is, what Butovo is this?
This is North Butovo.
Okay. We're in North Butovo, yeah?
Yeah, and it wasn't considered part of the Moscow in the past.
Okay.
But after some time, they merged it with Moscow. And they start merging other districts like further away. So Moscow is expanded.
Yeah. So that's one good thing actually, because yeah. If you came to Moscow like 5 years ago, or if you came to some places 5 years ago, you'll be very surprised to come back 5 years later and realize that it's now considered Moscow, even if it wasn't Moscow before. They just keep expanding, and I think that's something that we should really put into consideration, because I don't think it's normal everywhere. You know, some people just kind of want to, like, you know, it's almost like the people always say that all the money in Russia is like in Moscow. So if you understand that there are benefits that comes with being part of Moscow, if it was in another country, I think most people would not want to like expand the city itself, considering the fact that there are benefits that comes with being part of this city called Moscow. Yeah, these buildings, how long do you think these buildings has been here? Like, how long have they been built?
They are not too old. I think they were built in the late 80s.
Yeah.
Like 1980 and early 90s.
Yeah.
So, and these, I've heard the story that these buildings were built by the one big Moscow factory.
Yeah.
ZIL. If you know the football team Torpedo.
Yeah, I know Torpedo, really?
It belongs to ZIL too. And the workers from this factory, they started getting
apartments
these
here.
Apartments here.
Makes sense.
So that's why a lot of people who live here, they know each other. Like,
that makes sense.
Their parents were working together.
Yeah, makes sense.
There is some kind of community here.
How many, like, you guys have a few parks here, I'm pretty sure. Like, how many parks do you guys have here?
Well, you can say this is one big.
Yeah, this is one.
It's divided by two.
Okay.
So we can say it's two parks.
Two parks, okay,
because they have slightly different style.
Yeah.
Also, and we have a new park, and we go into the new park. I will show you. It's kind of small, but it's very nice. It's made for how to say active rest.
Makes sense.
No, there are a lot of sporting
activities there.
Yeah, you will see.
Is it always crowded, or is it like different?
Too much crowded. Probably today is a Saturday.
Yeah, today is Saturday, so
more people there.
More people maybe, yeah.
I think, yeah. So maybe we can ask somebody.
yeah. Okay.
Like, no, I think people love this place because you don't need to go to gym.
Yeah.
You don't need to pay like a lot of money for something, or you don't need to go somewhere far to play football, to play basketball, to work out. Everything is there. So which makes this district even better.
Yeah, makes sense. Like that, very strange one. So that's the subway, very close by as well. How many train stations does the whole of Butovo have? The south, the
I don't really know.
Okay.
We have like one
here
station here.
Okay.
And we have maybe 6
more. Yeah.
More down to the South Butovo. And they're building
more.
Some more to the North Butovo, I believe.
Wow.
So they're trying to connect everything with metro.
Yeah.
So we made a big round.
Yeah.
We made a big loop, but actually we are very close to the place we were.
Okay. Yeah.
And, it's very like everything is a close proximity. You can also walk 5 minutes to that place we go by car.
Yeah, makes sense. Everything is like close to each other here. I think at some point we'll probably have to check out the grocery stores as well. We just drove around. If you guys noticed, we passed a roundabout behind, and literally, like Sergey said, if you are walking, you can actually get to this place where we are now, probably like 5-10 minutes, just walking between, and you don't have to use the main road like the car. So I think that's very cool. As you guys heard from Sergey, we're going to one of the newest parks that they built. One of the few parks that they have here. I've lived here before, so I know about the park behind us that we just passed. It's divided into two, like Sergey said correctly. So I'm curious to see the new one. And one important thing that needs to be put into consideration again is the fact that in Russia or in Moscow, most parks have like gym equipment, so if you don't really have the money or you can't really afford getting a gym membership, you can actually use the public gyms, and that's very, very essential, and it's a way that the government indirectly and directly encourage the people to be healthy, and just by providing such essential amenities and equipments and making it accessible for everybody at different age groups to access it, I think is a very good thing that we should commend the government for. Yeah, that's a children's playground, maybe. I think this is one of the most attractive places to go to, especially during Christmas, during New Year, because it's always lit up and kids are there after school. They come with their parents, You kind of feel like you need to be a kid again. I've also noticed that there are a few schools, like from like 1 kilometer each from each other. Like, how many schools do you guys have here? Like, is it a common thing to have schools not very far from each other for every district here?
There are a lot of schools, and I don't know how many exactly. I just would come in my mind directly 4 schools around. 4? Wow. Yeah, and we were choosing school.
Yeah.
So my daughter recently, which one we want to go.
Yeah.
So we choose not the closest one, because the closest school is basically next building.
Okay.
From us. So we choose one. It's probably also 10 minutes.
Okay.
Walking.
Makes sense.
Very good.
Yeah, that's very, very good.
The problem here in this district is that not enough children for schools and kindergartens.
What? Not enough kids? Really?
The birth rate is very low.
Yeah.
And this district is kind of closed because we cannot accept kids from other districts.
Makes sense.
That's the problem.
Makes sense. There's an advantage that comes with living here, and there's also a disadvantage that comes with living here. The advantage is that you have multiple chances to go to any school you want. You have, for your kids, for example, if you have kids or if you're young watching this. And the disadvantage is that if you're not from this district of like Moscow or Moscow Oblast, you will not be allowed into the schools because they're very, very selective of who joins your schools. The welfare is very good and low. The kids and students are very few. More schools, fewer students, so that's the situation here. It can be different, of course, in different places. There are places you will go to. I remember the places I lived before in the other side of Butovo. It's very difficult to get an opportunity to go to the schools there because there are so many kids there, You just struggle to find a place. At the end of the day, you might actually have to take your kid to a private school and pay more, just because you couldn't find a place in the public schools that the government provided. So we just got to the other side and closer to the park. It's very cool the way they have things for dogs, a place for dogs to play. That's actually very cute. Okay, now I feel like I had a dog. Yeah, it's a very nice thing, a very nice recognition to have a place for dogs to play and feel free, where they don't have to be worried about barking. I hope he's going to wait. Why is he coming so fast? People are literally walking. So like having a park like this where dogs can freely just bark and not be worried about somebody complaining or a neighbor complaining is very cool.
Let's go this way.
Yeah, so
Central.
like I always say, the cleanliness is not just in Moscow, it's also outside of Moscow, you know. People always think it's just Moscow. People might think it's just propaganda. These things are not really just normal things that you would see in any country that you go to, you know, having them clean, a place you can sit and chill. But this is a very nice logo though. Do people like come here always to walk every time of the day, or is it mostly on weekends?
Of course, mostly on weekends,
Yeah.
but I think any time of the day
Yeah,
and even night you can see somebody
yeah,
here. You know,
makes sense.
like at least 1-2 persons, you
Yeah.
know, walking out.
Wow. Based on personal experience, it feels like the air here is different. You know, one disadvantage of living inside of Moscow, you get used to a lot of noise, a lot of cars, traffic. You don't really see trees the way you see here. It's like agriculture, you know, it just like feels very fresh. The air here just feels cleaner for some reason. And that's the public gym. Wow. Wow, we're gonna go closer to show you. I just want to show you guys from a distance. And what building is that? That red building over there?
I think we're building church here.
How often do you come here to work out?
Sorry?
How often do you come here to work out?
Just 2 times a week.
Yeah?
Normally, yeah. 2-3 times.
You spend like an hour here maybe. How long do you stay when you come?
At least 1 hour. Sometimes 2-3 hours.
Are you serious? 2-3 hours? I mean, it looks nice, but I'll be worried about the cold, to be honest with you.
Well, for me, I think it's more healthy than exercising in the gym.
Yeah.
Because air is fresh and like you
Very true.
you're getting hot.
It's very true. It's very, very true.
And you're building your resistance to the flu and cold.
I didn't even think about it from that perspective actually. The fact that they have multiple equipments that you would spend a lot of money to have access to at the gym is crazy. You know? Wow.
Like shoulders.
I do this a lot when I mean I have a gym membership. If I was living this close, I probably would not need to get a gym membership. Wow, it's a very nice park actually. It looks cool. Most of the equipment that you see here at the gym will be very, very expensive to get and to just put there. And then everybody that lives in all of these places can easily just have access to this equipment and just work out and be healthy. So I think it's a very common thing for older people to also come here. Is that a basketball court or a football court?
This is I think basketball. Yeah, basketball court.
Imagine having a world-class basketball court in a very normal residential area here. If this was in America, most people would not let it rest. They would come here every time of the day.
Well, basketball is not a winter sport.
Yeah? I mean,
That's why in summer, yeah, it's much busier.
it's much busy. How long has this place been here? Has it been here since summer?
It's new. I'm not sure. Maybe like 1 year.
1 year, yeah?
Yeah, it's fresh.
Yeah, it's clearly fresh. What are these things for though? Sorry.
You can train here. Like different kind of.
So you can actually practice hiking here and then compete at the Olympics maybe. Can you hold this? Let me try. Let me try. I don't know how you did it, but I don't know. Okay, I think it looks very easy, but it's very hard actually to be able to like move from this one. No, I'm worried about my fingers spilling off. So I think that's enough. But like it looks very cool, you know. Having access to this as an athlete or somebody that hikes a lot, you would feel there's no need to even get a coach, or you just need to pay for a coach. You don't have to pay for facilities anymore because they're all provided and given to you free of charge.
And you see how much fun is it for children, huh?
Ah, these are for kids, yeah? Yeah, for kids as well. Living here, it will be a luxury for kids to live here because they have everything that they need to play around with. Everything, literally everything. You can actually see kids already playing. I mean, if you were here, I would feel like I'm a kid too, you know? Wow. What is this one for?
I think the same.
The same, yeah?
Different kinds.
Different kinds.
Grip.
Yeah.
And developing different kinds of grip.
Wow. Wow. They're still building a new church here. That's so cool. It's not even ready and it already looks like some crazy artwork. And as the environment, just extraordinary. Clean public place that is very clean. What does it say?
No, it's just saying the historical facts about the Dmitry Donskoy.
About that metro
I'm not sure how to translate to English. Knyaz is a kind of Dutch.
Yeah.
No,
Ah, okay. Okay.
like noble person. So
Yeah, noble person, yeah.
he was like a knight,
It was a knight here, yeah?
and he participated in the famous battles in Russian history, like Kulikov battle. And I think probably this church is in his name.
Wow. So it was used to honor him. It's not even done, but I'm sure they're halfway done. And you know, if you're aware of Russia's religious systems, you know that they are Orthodox Christians. Churches are very holy and big for them. Very architectural, if I could say that. This is halfway done and it looks very good already. There's still environment, construction is still going on. So it's normal to see a construction site still like this, but it's not normal to see a building already this fine when it's just halfway done. I can't wait to see when it's done and see what it looks like in the end. Here, this football field was not here because I would have easily came here to play football. People that don't know, I'm also a football player, so when I see a football field or when I'm going to any new area, football field is one of those essential things that I need to see for me to like move to any new area.
No, this field is very good.
Yeah?
It's new, and the quality of artificial grass
Yeah,
is very good. Very good. It's better than the previous ones.
better than the previous ones, yeah. And this is a very typical thing here in Moscow and outside of Moscow, in Russia in general, the way they provide fields for the public, for the kids, teenagers to play. It was something I didn't have access to as a kid. You know, I had very bad fields as a kid. We had land ball.
Wow.
I didn't get that on clay ball. Bro nearly scored a Cristiano Ronaldo bicycle kick, but it's fine. So as a kid, I didn't have access to good fields like this to practice. I had to train on bad fields. We had the land ball. We didn't have the good fields. So no, Sergi is also, give me a second. Sergi also likes to box. So it's one of his hobbies. He's also a boxer as much as he's an engineer. So this, the way I see football field is probably the way he would see this boxing bag. How do you call this? Or what do you say?
Yeah, we just call it bag.
Bag, yeah, boxing bag. So if you're a boxer, if you don't want to play football, if you don't want to run, there's a track for you to run as well, and you just want to box, here's an opportunity for you to box. Please hold it. Let me try to box. Is it recording me?
Yeah, don't break it.
Yeah, don't break. Floyd Mayweather, huh? Okay. Well, I think it's a very cool thing to have here, to be honest with you. Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Playground.
The children playground too is one of those things in Russia that is very, very common. You would think the best ones are inside of Moscow, but I can actually argue that doubtfully, allegedly, there's a big chance that they have best children playgrounds outside of Moscow. Look at this one that looks like an artwork. This one is for sitting down? What do people do here?
Lay down, relax, no.
Imagine kids just living a luxurious royal life just by playing, going to the playground. It's very nice. It's very nice. Good provisions for everybody, for the older people, for the kids as well. Different equipments that you have for kids. Wow. Very detailed provision that is made for kids, you know. They encourage family life, as you already know. The population in the country has been reducing, so they're doing everything possible to like encourage people to like have kids, have families, you know, see a dream in having family. So all of these places. So if you also think that there's no provision made for you as a tennis player, there's a table tennis court down where we're going to, and of course there's a normal lawn tennis court. Is this a lawn tennis? What is this? This is tennis, yeah?
Tennis.
Okay. And the cleanliness every time. I always notice, it's one of those things I always notice when I go to any new place, is how clean the environment is, and it's not to be underrated. So like this is a typical park outside of Moscow. Relaxing, the air is fresher, the people here are more chill maybe. Everybody just wants to relax, older people, younger people. You know, on the other side that we went to had kids playing there, and here you have older people playing table tennis. It's like a full court for table tennis tables, about 4 table tennis tables here. It's very nice. It's very cool. Different age groups, women, men. It's very cool. If I had a bat, I probably would have suggested for us to play it too. Are you good at playing table tennis?
I can play. I cannot say I'm
very good. Yeah.
good because I never
Practice
with the coach, and I don't know all these tricks.
Yeah.
But I can play.
Makes sense. Wow. So cool. Very refreshing area for some reason, you know. Everything feels quiet, feels slower here, cooler. You know. We're in December. It's not snowing yet, surprisingly, but you can also enjoy the calmness. This video is going to be very long because everything I've seen that is cool, I have filmed it, and I'm so glad I am, you know. I've never been this glad to film a long video before other than this one, if it's not streaming, you know.
Wife.
Oh,
I won't. No.
life is much slower here, much slower than in Moscow where everybody is hurrying. There's a saying that Moscow never sleeps. Yeah, but like feels like the people outside of Moscow sleep and enjoy their sleep. It's very refreshing to be here. Saturday around at about 12 p.m. and everything just feels very chill, you know. In Moscow it's already getting rowdy. People are already trooping in and out. But here it's still slower. You can see different families playing, kids playing football, people walking around with their strollers and just chilling, having their local or traditional walks. What is this procat? What does this mean?
Like rent.
Oh?
Rent. So you can rent here any kinds of equipment.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to play tennis, you can play
Makes sense. Makes sense.
racket and I don't know, maybe you can rent a football.
Wow. So clearly it's not just a beautiful park that they have. If you come to the park, you remember I said that if I had a table tennis bat, maybe we would have played. So like, if I want to play and I come here at a random time, I don't have everything I need, or a table tennis or a football, I can actually come here to rent it procat. That's very nice. The provisions that they make for people for different things, the little details matter a lot. You know, the fact that they thought about people up to the extent that, okay, if you just come here to hang out with your friends and you guys want to do something fun, you have an opportunity to rent something, or rent a bat, rent a football, rent a basketball, just to play and chill with your friends. You know, that little detail that encourages unity and encourages people having fun together is very nice. Honestly, it's commendable. So we're deep inside the park. It's even calmer here. The cars move around here, or they're not allowed. Or people just hike. Wow. It's very refreshing here. Very, very refreshing. The trees. This is one thing I miss now. When I was living in Butovo, I always liked to walk in the forest behind my building. Now we live in the center, so it's very rare and very difficult to see a place like this where you can easily just enter and just walk for like 30 minutes without seeing another building. We are in the forest, in the bush that is very close to the house, but we don't see any buildings around. If you want to like feel the, you know, the atmosphere of nature, you can just come out of your building, go to the nearest park close to you and just feel it, which is something that the people that live in Moscow actually miss or lack. That's why they all go to their villages every opportunity they get. Yeah, so what did you say?
Yeah, I lived in United States for a couple of years. And I didn't see nothing even close to this.
Where did you live in the States actually?
Well, I lived sometime in Chicago.
Okay.
And then I lived in Texas. Oh, okay, in Texas I lived in pretty small city.
Okay, okay. Which is, I think, living in a small city, you should actually have access to agriculture and trees like this, maybe.
No, because this is Texas.
Yeah.
The nature very, like, it's a dry area.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
you cannot see a lot of trees there. A lot of you have swimming pool.
Yeah. Okay. But this is already not natural. Wow. So yeah, you were saying something before.
So well, I was missing this in USA because in Chicago we visited zoo, we visited like central areas, but it's not a much to these places.
Yeah, makes sense.
Infrastructure.
Makes sense. Oh, sorry, I didn't record that. Can you boldly say that you would leave your car, go home, and come back, and nothing happens to your car if your windows are below, or you didn't close your windows, or you didn't lock your car? Can you say that? Can you boldly say that about your city, about your country, and how safe it can get? Seiji, like he said he left. Say it again, please. I think I didn't record that.
Well, this morning, let's say this midday, I came to my car and I realized I have not closed the window.
Crazy.
So it was open all the night and all the morning.
Wow.
And nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Nothing was stolen. Nothing was lost. I think a while ago I kind of saw a video from a car in Florida or somewhere. Somebody parked their car on the street. They came back, the tires were gone, the windows were gone, like literally valuable things in the car were gone. It was almost like the engine was remaining because they couldn't lift it up. So it's a thing that should be considered a luxury, but it's all true and very normal here, you know. As you can see, nice cars are not limited to just Moscow. There are so many rich people here too. Feels like some rich people just prefer to live outside of Moscow. I think it's a thing here for some rich people to not live inside Moscow. They might have properties and businesses there, but they don't live in Moscow, yeah?
Yes. Some people, they try to live in remote areas, visit the nature like this.
Makes sense, yes.
I don't think this particular district is one of them.
Yeah.
They prefer to live. But it's not bad actually. It's not bad.
Makes sense. Change for you when you lived in America, in Texas, and when you came back here? What can you say about the weather?
Of course, it's cold here, and I get used to warm weather because I was working in Africa.
Okay, makes sense.
Working in Texas.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And it's kind of chill here. After that, but also I'm a little bit get tired of hot weather too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for me it's a little bit hard.
Yeah.
So and I can't enjoy because it's not too cold here. It's not too cold. It's not like minus 20, minus 30.
Yeah.
It's the winter. So far, the winter is very warm.
Yeah.
So it's about 0 or like 32 degrees if you think in Fahrenheit. So 0 Celsius. So all around this temperature is good for me.
Yeah, makes sense. So this is what a typical Moscow, outside of Moscow district looks like. Butovo, to be precise. Some of the buildings are old here because it's been here for a long time. They keep expanding. This is still the district where the buildings has been here for like 15-20 years. The ones that were built like 10 years ago are like in the new districts that were opened. One very common thing in Moscow, they have like most grocery stores, a lot of grocery stores are like 24 hours open. Is it the same thing here? Like, do you guys have mostly 24 hours supermarkets that
yeah, we have 24 hours stores
that you can go to any time of the day?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Another benefit that we have inside like Moscow is the delivery too. The people that just deliver things, you can order even at 2 a.m. midnight and you have things delivered to you. Do you guys have that here too? Or like, is it here now or it's not here?
Of course.
all. I mean, there's literally no much difference, living inside of Moscow. I think it's just the fact that in Moscow, inside Moscow, majority of the metro stations are not very, very far from each other, and of course the historical buildings that are there. Here you just see mostly normal residential buildings, and in Moscow you can see very fine buildings, finer cars. It doesn't mean the absence of fine cars here. It's just it's more common there, and that's one of the parks, one of the older ones now. It used to be new 5 years ago. It used to be new, but now it's one of the old ones. After seeing the one that we just saw, now I feel like this one is very old. But yeah, still impressive. And this road is very common for people that are learning how to drive, so you'd see things like this, which is also not common inside Moscow, because in Moscow I think they have like special places where you can easily go and learn how to drive. But here in this street, not very far from where Sergi lives, you get people practicing how to drive always. A lot of learners in this area, If they don't put that sign, you would have gotten frustrated at them for driving like that. But then the sign that they put on their cars makes it make sense. As you can see, the way China has dominated the market of cars, that's a Jetor Chinese car. This is a Geely. About Sergi's car is from South Korea, so Sergi is a rebel because he bought a Korean car instead of a Chinese car that everybody is buying now. So that's a Kia. So it's a very common thing now in Russia that in every building that you go to, out of every 10 cars, like 4 of those cars are strictly Chinese cars because they're cheap. Well, we don't know how durable they are, of course, but like in a few years we would know. But so far, China has dominated the market in cars when it comes to importing cars in Russia and things like that. Yeah, that's a school, literally very close to the residential building. Sergi lives not very far from here. This is a building, right? Yeah, he lives here, and this is a school right next to his building.
This is school.
This is school.
Over there you have kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
Also next building.
Next building.
Over there, police station.
Wow. The fact that they made provisions for everything is commendable. They have police station, they have kindergarten, they have a school, everything in one place. Literally, you don't have to worry about your kids going far away to study and things like that. Literally, next building, just cross the road and you get home, cross the road and you get back to school. I think that's very nice, you know. It's surprising to understand that most people actually prefer to live outside of Moscow than inside of Moscow because of the quietness that comes with it, you know. Like the park that we visited not long ago, you can see how calm it is. I don't think there's a park in Moscow that is that calm, that chill. The equipment, yes, might be the same, but like there's no much space inside of Moscow, you know. There are more spaces outside of Moscow, the ones that they call them Moscow Oblast, these places that are being used to extend Moscow, quote unquote. So like it's totally understandable if you're a resident or you're a foreigner, you move here and you prefer a quiet life, more quiet life, but you still want to be closer to Moscow because the subways are very close to you. So if you miss Moscow that much, you can easily go to the subway and enter Moscow in like 30 minutes by like no, in like 10 minutes you're already inside of Moscow. So like if you're going to the center, of course, you probably need like 45 minutes. But yeah, so it's totally understandable for anyone that has this kind of desire. A view, there's a lake there. There's a couple of lakes here actually. There's one there, there's one here again, and it just goes long. I think we can go down from here. It's very nice for older people that they can easily just come to the park, not being bothered, not worry about cars honking at them by walking. They just chill, you know, and just enjoy their old age in peace. It's very refreshing to see it very clean always. Most public places you would expect it to be very dirty. You expect it to be untidy because of the crowd that come to these places. But you come and then see them very refreshing. I think we can go to the right there. Wow. These are still not frozen. I think this is a very big sign, a good sign that it's not very cold now, because if it's very cold and it starts snowing, all of this lake would have been frozen, I think. So now it's still free. What do you call these things anymore? I don't remember their name. Ducks, thank you. Ducks are still here enjoying a very cold free lake for now. Let's see how it will be in a month's time for them. Hopefully it will still be good enough for them to easily just, you know, move around. Very refreshing place, very refreshing area to live. Imagine living, Sergi lives very close. How does it feel living close to a very refreshing park where you can...
Well, I feel lucky. I'm lucky.
As you can see, everywhere here is just beautiful. From every point of view that you look at it, from the side, from the top, down. Living here, having a school close to you, having a kindergarten close to you, having a police station close to you in case somebody wants to mess up, you know. And in general, just having a very chill environment. It's very refreshing. Check this. I still feel very lucky to like be seeing it firsthand. I feel very, very lucky to be seeing all of this firsthand. Because I know most people don't know that this is how it looks like here, you know. The things that most people hear about Russia is usually the wrong things, and I'm not saying that other countries don't have the good side. You know, they don't have good things about them too, but like the people that has publicized the wrong things should be corrected. Hello. Oh. Still more residential buildings. How old do you think these buildings are? These ones here?
So 25 years.
Wow, 25 years, yeah.
On average, yeah.
Yeah, an average 25 years old, and people still live there calmly. They don't have elevators, right?
We have, of course we have.
Whoa, okay. And they all walk. Imagine having elevators in this kind of buildings that has been over 25 years, and they're still working perfectly. Everybody's chilling. Inside, the buildings look good. Yeah, you might be distracted by the outside view compared to a very new building, but so far so good. As long as it's livable inside, that's the most important thing. And they're very strong. For a building to be this strong, 25 years, every single day the elevators are being used and they still work. Tells you a lot about the contractors that made the building, that they're very, very good contractors. Living here and then having this park close to you. If this is not luxury, I don't know what else luxury is. Wow. Another kids playground. Like I told you guys, in every area they have like a kids playground in every park. Even if they don't have a park there, they have playgrounds where kids can just come out, run around every time of the day, and it's safe. You know, at night you can come here and still play. The lights, the traffic lights are here, and they're very bright at night, especially. Have you been here at night, Sergi? Do you?
Yeah.
How is it here at night for kids to run around?
Pretty well lit.
Yeah?
Pretty well lit.
Pretty well lit. Clearly, as you can hear from Sergi firsthand. You know, I don't think there's anybody better to tell us from experience more than Sergi, because he literally lives here and he can tell. And having it pretty lit at night, clean and safe to hang out, is very, very commendable. Really. Who is like the owner? You need to use the toilet?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I can ask you a question.
Who is like, do you guys have like, in this place, you have like no, not a mayor, because I know that Moscow has a mayor. What do you call like the head of this area? For example, in Nigeria, the head of our local government, like a few small district, is like a chairman. Like, what do you call the politician?
Like, this is a district called, named Severная Butovo, Butovo.
Yeah, not Butovo, yeah.
And yeah, of course it's head of administration.
Yeah.
Glava.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Translated from Russian is exactly head.
Head, yeah, okay, that's what they call them, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
He is responsible for this.
Okay. Now, as a foreigner and as a black person, I lived here for a few years, not very far from here, and I can clearly tell you that everything that Sergi has said is 100% true, because I've experienced it firsthand. You would think things must have changed after some time, but things have only gotten better, you know, and having the luxury of safety in the world of today is impressive, to be honest with you. I don't know how else we can say it, but like the fact that you have a park where your kids can calmly play without you being worried about somebody, you know, trying to kidnap them or something like that is very, very, very commendable. And I think we should give applause to whom applause are due to and who deserves it.
This is theater.
Yeah. So, imagine having a theater in a park. So like, this is where like the community comes and gathers and things like that. Yeah. If there's somebody that wants to perform.
Yes. Some children theaters, you know.
Yeah.
Some, you know, activities.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Maybe sometimes some competitions.
So healthy.
You can sit and
Yeah.
like in in ancient Greece.
Ah, like in ancient, essentially like in ancient Greece, literally what they made here, where everybody that lives in all of this area and the places that we visited before can actually come here and have somebody perform. I think, yeah, in summer this place is always very crowded. There are so many teenagers that all sit here. I think people skate here as well for some reason. So there's construction going on now. But like in general, this is like a theater where you sit. Provisions are made for everybody. Sit there and watch people perform here, like a stage. Wow. And just applaud people. Yeah. Wow, it's very nice. It's very nice. How many people can it contain? Do you have an idea?
I don't know, many.
Many, yeah. Probably like 500 or close. 500 people or close to.
Maybe 1500.
Maybe 1500. Yeah, it's very, very possible. Maybe 1500 people. Wow. It's very nice. It's very, very nice. Free stage for people to perform at. The trees still look green. Of course, the leaves are gone, but like they still look good. You would think in December they would all be white with snow, but they're still very clean. I'm waiting for snow like the way we are waiting to. Do some of these lakes have fishes inside?
Yeah.
Really?
And people even fishing.
What? People fish in these places?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I need to move back to Butovo. Wow, it's actually very cool. If you don't want to go to the village, you said that people fish in these lakes. So I think that's very, very cool, having a lake where you can fish close to the house. You know, emphasis on close to the house, because most of these things are not things that you can easily access in some cities, you know. And then having access to them, just a walk throw, a stone throw away from where you live, it's very nice. It's another is this like supposed to be a workout thing?
This is a workout for the elder people.
Ah, for elderly people.
Yes. This place is for elder people where they can do
exercise. So like easy exercise for older people. Okay. Ah, that's very, very cool. Different equipments for much older people. If you're older, so you don't have to worry about going to the gym to lift heavy stuff. These ones are very simple to use and easy to understand. It's like a chess board.
Yeah.
Permanent chess board.
I used to play chess here in the local chess community.
Really? There was a community here?
Yeah, I'm a chess player. Yes.
Oh, yeah, a lot of things, Seiji. Wow. There's multiple chess boards here. There's like one here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it's interesting that they have it around the place where they have equipment for older people, because older people might know how to play or like to play chess more. Those ones look older, and this one looks like for younger people because this one looks smaller. But anyway, the fact that they have permanent chairs to sit down is very cool. Wow.
This is historical place.
Yeah.
This football pitch is historical because this is the place where first time we met.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, so if you don't already know, this is a very historical place. I've known Soji for a few years, been my friend for a very, very long time now. This was where he met me, where we were playing football here. I think that day I was not playing, yeah? Or you were I was like...
You were playing, I was watching you.
Ah, okay.
I wanted to play. You said, okay, play with us.
Yeah, I remember. So, I used to come here to train a lot. I used to have my personal trainings here. Before the new park that we went to that I showed you guys earlier in the video, I used to come here to train and play with my friends, so many of my black Africans and some of the Russian guys as well. We just gather here. It's a very popular place to sit down, chill. These pavements, we would always sit in these pavements and just play. But now it's different. So people are much grown-ups and some people don't come here anymore. There are multiple options now, like in the other park that we went to. It's much better than this one, so I will not be surprised if somebody chose that one over this one. Like I said, playgrounds everywhere, different types of kids' equipment. I've tried to swing on this thing before. I almost fell down on my back. It was very, very funny. That dog looks scary, but okay. It was very, very funny to ride on these things. Kids do it and make it look very easy. Also here as well, they have a basketball court, have a football court, much smaller football field, I think. Very cool too, very different. The grasses are very nice, artificial turf. As the basketball court, same way, same plan, same team, colorful table tennis, basketball, like I said before, volleyball, yes, volleyball nets over there. Different provisions for different people, different games, different athletes, different kind of sports that you like as a resident here. And can you play volleyball?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I can.
Wow, that's nice. You have multiple things that you can do. It's very cool area, very, very cool. I always wondered what these things are for, you know?
Oh, you can see a manual here.
Ah, there's a manual. Ah, mostly for...
When you master this kind of push-up,
yeah.
you go to the...
Ah, makes sense. So there are like steps to... Wow. Yeah. Wow, I never knew. All this was very, very nice. Good provisions for people, you know? Wow. Is it the same thing here?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, like from the bigger one.
This for stretching, like...
Ah, makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Wow. More equipment, different park. Interesting gym equipment here as well. In the other place, they have more options. I just like the color too, you know. I like the way that they make everything very colorful. Look at different colors. How many colors can you see? I see red, I see yellow, I see almost pink there, I see blue, I see green. So it kind of feels refreshing. As an adult, seeing something like this, you feel very enticed.
In the summertime,
yeah.
you see a line here to play table tennis. A lot of people.
Wow. Is this still the same now, considering that the other park has its own table tennis? Or is this just more popular?
I stopped visiting when the weather get cold. I stopped visiting this place because sometimes you sit and waiting, you get cold,
yeah, waiting for your turn to play.
So
makes sense.
now it's not crowded, obviously.
It's not, of course it's not crowded because it's very cold, so people prefer to stay indoors at home instead of come here to play. There's a toilet for anybody that is walking in the park and feel like they need to use it themselves.
Very important.
Very, very, yes.
Never underestimate the toilet.
And you can see the fact that they built a toilet as well is also very considerate, you know. Like Sergi said, you never underestimate the toilet. Toilet is a very important part of my life. I never joke with toilets, and I barely use public toilets. I only pee at the public toilets, but like toilet, I never use a public toilet. So having it very clean, it's just because of cleanliness. That's why I barely use public ones. But having it very clean and conducive enough for you to use is very commendable again. You guys have like a show or Christmas like, because we're in the month of December now, 2025, do you guys have like a show always planned or like something organized for the people that live here? Like, is it like
I'm not sure about
like a party or something that goes on around here? Because this park is,
I believe we will have every time we have some celebration, holiday, we organize something.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I'm sure for the new year and later for Orthodox Christmas there will be something. Let's go.
Okay. Wow, these trees looks like artwork. The roots are fine, and then the top too. It's good for the aesthetics. It's like a culture for older people to just come out here to just walk. I'm already tired because panting because of the small hill that we just walked. Like it goes down and comes up, so it's very normal to like start breathing faster when you come up. But like the culture for older people to walk here is like a very common thing for older people to just come here to walk, yeah?
Yeah, of course. I don't know what the name of the sport, I forget, but like a Scandinavian walk, right?
Scandinavian walk, yes, yeah. A lot of them. I've seen a lot of them here.
For support, and we're making rounds here.
Yeah.
When we sit.
Yeah.
We watching children
Yeah.
at play,
Yeah.
which is very nice for older people.
Yeah, makes
They
sense.
enjoy life.
Yeah. So I think, so in general, we can say that Russia or Moscow is a very good retirement country. If you grow older, you need a very chill place to just come and stay and live out your days on Earth. I think Moscow, outside of Moscow in Russia, is a very good option. It's a very good choice for you. So you should think about it, no matter where you're watching from, and you just want to have a more quiet life, no disturbances, you know. Get your pension and just chill, you know, walk around without being worried about your safety and things like that. I think this is a very good option.
Yes,
Good.
but first earn your pension.
First,
Don't forget.
earn your pension, because it's important. Money is important in everywhere you go, of course.
This is official.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Remember I told you guys that people fish here. So there is a man fishing.
Maybe.
Maybe, okay, he's not fishing. He's just, yeah.
Somebody is fishing like on this.
Yeah, people always sit down here to just
you
fish.
see, a small,
What, is that a fish or a small boat?
small boat. Wow,
He's the one controlling it.
very cool.
Yeah. He's the one controlling it. The little boy is the captain of that small boat. I never knew there was a toy like that that existed. Don't fall, I'm actually worried about him. Okay. I didn't know there was a toy boat. Also, that's the lake. I think in about a month, if it starts snowing heavily, it's going to be frozen. Again, emphasis on the cleanliness of the environment, like I always say.
The summer days,
Yeah.
some families, they spend all the day here.
Yeah?
They come in, they have a table,
Yeah.
benches there.
Yeah.
So they sit having lunch there.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, and their children play all day long. They play here.
Let's go there and let's see the chairs. But it's interesting that spending the whole day there is not too much. But I mean, if you have your food, and you know kids will never get tired if they see a place like this. So it totally makes sense. Looks like small Disneyland. A very tiny Disneyland close to the residential area. Buildings there that people live at, and then there's a small Disneyland here where kids can just run around, play. Parents, of course, have a place that they can sit.
So here,
Yeah. People sit down here, walk around, wait for their kids to play. Wow. The provisions that they made for people is very good, you know? Wow. The colors again. It feels like it's on like graphics on a computer, but it's except that it's real life.
Нет, Ксюша, что, не скатывайся, а? Ты не скатывайся.
Wow. Like a system, a drainage system, something like that. This kind of things scare me so that my phone or camera doesn't fall inside.
let's go the car and then go to the other side.
Okay.
These buildings,
Yeah.
they're being like experimental.
Ah, they were experimental, huh?
There is bigger, much bigger. Some
Really?
of them, have 2 levels.
Really?
Yeah. So this one is kind of for rich people.
More rich people in this area, yeah? Like if they have, some of them have penthouses. That makes sense. Why do they have this flag on this building? Is it because of the police station or something?
I don't know.
They just because I don't think it's in every building. What is cool?
Somebody probably
Could just
decided
put
it's a good idea. So it's a Soviet Union flag, huh?
Which one?
Kind of flag is this?
The red one is the Soviet Union.
I'm not sure. So this is a Soviet Union flag, Russian flag, and I think this is Moscow.
Makes sense. So Seiji and I decided to come to the mall here to get some coffee or something to eat, and we'll go upstairs. Like I told you guys before in the last video, that most of the malls have their food courts upstairs on the last floor in the building or at the malls. So we decided to eat at KFC and sorry, roasties. I keep saying KFC because I don't know when I would ever get used to saying. This is very cool, you know, this demarcation.
So we said a lot of good things about this district, but I think it would be unfair if we will not say about disadvantages.
Yeah.
So one of important disadvantage living here, I think, is transportation.
Really?
Yeah, because we have, let's see, we have Severna Butovo, right? And down there we have South Butovo, we have like East Butovo, we have Sherbinka, and people from these districts which are bigger than this one, when they go to Moscow for work, let's say in the morning, they all go through here. So we have a bottleneck here, and in the morning you will see crowd in the metro. You may get into the traffic jam.
Yeah, very true.
When you go by car. If you go like sometimes when I used to drive in the morning, sometimes you driving 5 minutes later and it makes 1 hour difference.
Wow.
So you need to go earlier. And also in the evening when I see people coming from work here, I see the big lines for the buses. If you live exactly in this district, it may be not so bad.
Okay.
But if you live down further
away, yeah.
it's maybe a bigger problem. So you also need to consider. For me, it's not a problem because I'm not working in the Moscow.
Okay, yeah.
I'm working outside.
Outside of Moscow, outside of Russia.
Outside, yeah. So for me, it's not a problem. But for other people, it may be a problem. So now I said you everything. It's a good place to live from my point of view, for my situation.
Yeah.
But when you choose a place, you need to consider a lot of things.
Yeah.
So choose wisely.
As you guys can see, you heard it from the horse's mouth. No better person to tell us about this place and life outside of Moscow in Butovo, better than Seiji, because he lives here. He's lived here for 15 years. Firsthand, he can tell you the goods, the pros and the cons, and the bad side of living here. And I can personally testify that transportation is a very big problem here. It's not the absence of transportation systems, but like the crowded place, the population of people that has to get into the transportation systems to get home safely because of the rush hour chaos that happens here in the mornings and in the evenings. If you come here at 4 or 5 p.m. trying to go home, you will struggle. You have to drag buses. I've seen people fighting to get into a bus at around 8 a.m. in the morning, 7 a.m. in the morning, because these are rush hours, and I think it's one of the cons of living here. And Toseji was totally right. I experienced it firsthand, so I can clearly tell you too that if you want to live here, if you want to live outside, that's like a benefit of living inside Moscow, because the metros are closer to you. If you don't want to use the buses, you just need to walk for like 10 minutes, to reach your respective metro stations. But like in general, there are good sides, there are bad sides. In Moscow, remember, there are bad sides to living inside Moscow. So clearly he was right all along, and I think this is a good place to end the video, first part of this video, and I assure you guys that there's going to be multiple versions of this video. This is only the first part. There are so many things we'll cover. There are other sides of this place called Butovo that we need to cover. It's a very huge place in, I don't want to say Moscow because it's not like Moscow. It's a very huge region in Russia as a whole, very close to Moscow Oblast. So thank you guys for everybody who has watched this video from the beginning. It's a very long video. I apologize again. At the same time, I don't apologize because I'm trying to give you guys proper content and long content to like enjoy and take your time to watch. So subscribe if you have not subscribed. Like the video if you've not liked the video yet. Also dislike the video and tell me what you don't like so that I learn how to improve on it. And thanks to Seiji for making himself available today to give us a proper tour of Butovo, complete tour of Butovo, firsthand. And I'm really grateful for that because he's Russian and he's a resident of Butovo. He's a resident of Moscow, Butovo. So he's been able to tell us things that we wouldn't have known ourselves if I did this video by myself or if I tried to read about it online. So we had everything completely from Seiji, and thanks to Seiji, I'm going to add his link here or his name on his username on YouTube as well, so that you guys can as well subscribe to his channel. He's not really active on his channel, but who knows, if you guys subscribe, maybe he would think of putting out content for you guys to see. And so thank you guys for watching, and God bless you guys. See you guys in the next video. Peace.